You're right everyone, it's Sam here. Welcome back to Season 3 of the Pinnacle League. We're here for round 16 of the season. We're in Japan and here we are in qualifying. As you know, this is a track that I like quite a lot. It's one of my big, in the big 3 or 4, like with Canada, Malaysia, Abu Dhabi, those kind of tracks. And it's actually my most successful one, like overall in terms of wins, because I've won here in pretty much every league I've been in fact. So yeah, well, apart from the Cody's league, but we didn't race here, so it doesn't count. So certainly going into this with a lot of confidence, and at this stage of the season I really wanted to win this race if I could, because there's not many more tracks where I'm going to have this good a chance to win. I mean, as I said, Abu Dhabi is one that I'm certainly looking to win, but of course you can't really guarantee anything. As I said in the last video, you know, anything can happen between now and these final 5 races. But yeah, here I am in qualifying. Qualifying didn't go too great for me. I mean, as you can see, this was my first lap, and then on the second one I accidentally cut a corner, and then it started raining towards the end. So unfortunately for me, this was the best time I could do here, this very first one. So maybe it wasn't the best representation, but so we're coming across the line. You can see it's still a very good lap as we get ahead of the lap James just set. But as you're going to see, we don't stay there, and it's actually Psycho who on pole once again in his Ferrari, with me in second and Colonel Chitek third, and James in 4th, and then my teammate in 6th. So yeah, it's not bad qualifying for us. So we're certainly looking to try and beat Psycho in the race, but of course he's very fast, and he's, well, since last season he's improved at pretty much every single track, so I knew it would be very difficult to win here. But we're on the grid now and we're just waiting for the lights. And we are away in Japan. A very quick light sequence there. I get a pretty good start here actually. I use quite a lot of my curves here on the run down to turn 1. I'm on the inside line here, and going into turn 1 I've got the inside line, and then in turn 2 I think, does that count as, but never mind, we're through and into the lead. And I accidentally put up my tyre thing there as I was trying to change the fuel mix, but I've held the lead for now. So a very good start for me here in Japan, and that's exactly what I needed to do to get some distance, well, get the lead, and also try and get a bit of distance. Of course it's James who's closest to me in the championship here, so it was him that I really wanted to beat here, because of course he took some points off me in Korea, in fact quite a lot, and that really brought the gap down. I mean, we only update the standings like every 2 races, but if you do quick maths, then you know that the gap was pretty small after Korea. So really wanted to try and hit back here and try and regain a little bit of ground in the championship, or regain a little bit of the lead, that is. But yeah, we're heading out of the spoon corner now, and you can see I've got an alright lead here over Psycho, but unfortunately I just seem to be very slow on this straight here as we're heading towards 130R now, and he's just going to appear out of nowhere. I'm inside, pushes me out wide, and unfortunately my connection once again not being too great this evening, because on his screen he did not push me out of the way at all. So yeah, he actually starts to slow down here to I'm not sure if he was giving the place back or if he just wasn't defending because of that. But yeah, I got back through into turn 1 on the second lap, and yeah, we're back into the lead for now. But that's very unfortunate that we're still having these connection problems, and heading into these final 3 races we can't have things like this happening, and like decided in the championship. But we're heading down the pit straight on the beginning of the next lap, and Psycho once again with a very good run into turn 1. I decided to maintain a racing line here and try and cut back underneath for turn 2, and that I didn't even have to, because he runs wide, and I'm not sure what happens to him after that. I think he has a spin or something, because I don't see him again for the rest of the race. And I gave me a little bit of a decent gap, but yeah, by lap 4 James once again on the sitting duck down that straight, and he's just flown past in 130R and then into the Casio Triangle. Is that what it's called? I think so. But yeah, you saw there's a little bit of lag in fact, and heading down the pit straight, and well, I'm actually going to skip that because we're going to Spoon Corner later on in the lap, and he's run wide there, and I'm through, and then on the exit he gets a much better exit, and he's getting side by side with me already as we're heading towards 130R on lap 5, and I'm on the outside line here, and we can't go really side by side surely, and he's backed out of it, and I'm back up into the lead for now, heading into the chicane. Oh, he's appeared ahead of me. Oh, he hadn't backed out of it at all, and I'm cutting the chicane there out of a shock, and I'm pitting now because my tyres are finished. And yeah, that was when that actually happened, that was a bit of a whoa moment, because I was not expecting that at all. I honestly thought he had backed out of it in 130R. So yeah, that's what I was saying. It's extremely infuriating when there's lag like that. But I pit here for prime tyres. It drops me down to 8th, but of course everyone ahead of me is going to be pitting, so it doesn't really matter. And heading through turn 1, and we're going to skip to later on in the lap. I've got a nice gap ahead of me, but on fresh tyres I close it down very quickly as Hickey's making a mistake there into the hairpin, and I've not got time for this now, Hickey, as we're heading around this straight that isn't a straight, and we're banging wheels here all the way towards the Spoon Corner and heading in, and he's just run very wide there. I'm not sure what that was. I mean, that might even have been lag as well, but I'm up into 7th place at this point, and I'm going to be making up positions over this next couple of laps. You can see I was already 4th, and then there's my teammate going in ahead of me. But yeah, James also pits on his lap. He actually started on the prime tyres, so he was switching over to options now, and I really needed to get a nice gap out here. And in fact, Jack hadn't stopped yet, and he sort of kept James behind for a while, which helped me. But then, of course, when he pitted, James had a free track, and you're going to see how the gap was starting to come down these final few laps. As you can see here, it was 3.4 seconds, and then at the end of the next lap we're coming across the line and it's down to 2.2 already, and it was very nervous times. We're heading across the line on the penultimate lap, and it's 1. Well, I can't actually see what it was, 1.4 I think. We're heading across the line to begin the final lap, and it's only a second. I really thought this was going to be a very nervy final lap, but fortunately for me, those option tyres of his went off the cliff on this final lap. As you can see there, the gap was up to 4 seconds by the end of the middle sector. And as we head out the final corner, I said this was one of my successful tracks. You can see why, as I take my 4th win of the season, and that's really helped me in the championship battle and extending my lead back out to 23 points I think going into the final 4 races. So yeah, very good result for me there, and that pretty much is it for round 16 of the season. Only 4 to go in this 3rd season, and it's going to be very exciting. If you thought last season was good, then this should be just as exciting, if not more. So if you've enjoyed this, leave a like, and I'll see you next week for rounds 17 and 18 at India and Abu Dhabi. So I will see you then. Goodbye.